Welcome, everybody, to Out of Continues, episode 258. What? Honk, 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 honk.
Your intros are always just so smooth and solid.
They're the best, dude. So,
Who are you honking at? Are you honking at us? Do I need to leave?
I honk at everyone. So, welcome to episode 258. This is a weekly podcast. Posts up every Monday in which we talk about video games related topics. Mondays on outofcontinues.com as an MP3, and it goes up before that on youtube.com/outofcontinues as a video where you can see me on my bouncy ball. And you can also see my guest, Jess.
Hello.
How you doing, Jess?
I think I'm getting sick again because I have the immunity of an 87-year-old woman, and it's winter. So this is when we die.
Yes. So if any of you get sick while listening to this podcast, I'm sorry. It's contagious.
Yeah, I'm patient zero. You're going to get a computer virus. My cold. That's how that works, right?
And we also have Jake over here, Jake Sankari.
Well, hello.
How you doing, Jake Sankari?
Pretty good. I've been swamped lately, but this weekend has been awesome. So I'm glad I got something to do.
Awesome. All right. Glad that you're here with us as we talk about our main topic, the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that there was going to be a Nintendo announcement until like November, so it coming a little bit early.
Well, they made an announcement of the announcement the day before, and it was like this creepy Mario picture.
Right?
I think it might have gotten overshadowed by Red Dead, which we were talking about, because I was all over Reddit at the time, and the front page was just Red Dead announcement stuff, and then the next day was Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be our main topic for the day. After that, we got some quick announcements, and then we have a few news topics. Looks like a few of them are, or three of them are game related, then two of them are not. But
all these trailer releases, man.
Yeah,
we got to go over them.
Yeah. So, real quick, disclaimer: all opinions expressed on the show are of our own and not of our employers or workplaces, past, present, or future.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, really. It's for the best all around.
Yeah, I had to zoom in for the future.
Yeah. The way you're bouncing on that ball, for whatever reason, it makes me think that you're like in a kiddie pool right now, and you're like barely keeping your neck above water. You're just like,
help.
He's just waiting.
Wonderful.
Let me try to lower that a little bit more.
The YouTube video this time is going to be worth it.
Yep, I'm on the bouncy ball. So anyways, let's talk about this Nintendo Switch, homies.
Oh.
All right, so Nintendo, they finally made the announcement of the NX. It's called the Switch, which, first of all, let's talk about this name before we go into it.
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
I'll say yay.
I am good with it. It's better than Wii U. It just reminds me a lot of the Will Smith song Switch, particularly when they
Why did you do that to me? Why did you say that now?
I just think the next one's gonna be called the Jiggy. And then
oh my Jiggy. God. No. Calling it a Switch, massive improvement over Wii U. I don't know who is in charge of naming the Wii U, but I imagine they ended up getting fired.
Yeah.
They were not having anything to do with this because that probably cost them millions and millions of dollars because people just weren't buying a system.
Millions, probably billions.
Yeah, I mean, their system sells so well, but naming it that close, it's not a sequel. It's a whole other piece of hardware, and it's totally different.
Yeah.
So that was a huge mistake.
Yeah, it's better than the Wii U. I mean, you can't get worse than that. I mean, it's hard to get worse. But personally, I give Nintendo Switch a nay because it doesn't make it sound like a console or anything. It makes it sound like some sort of a small accessory.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because when my coworker, I got into work, well, I get into work at 9. The announcement was like at 7 a.m. over here. And so, it's already announced by the time I get to work. My coworker's like, or one of my coworkers, he's like, "Hey, you hear about the Nintendo Switch?" And I'm like, "What is a Nintendo Switch?" I was thinking of some kind of like I don't know, some kind of an add-on.
Like an app?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like some kind of a button or something, or a switch that you add to the, I don't know, it sounds like a controller.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either way, I don't like the name.
Well, it's like the controllers are called the Joy-Cons, which I think is a really bad choice for that, because it sounds like you're cheating someone of sadness. Like, this is a happiness, like, fraud. Yeah. I decided to call these controllers happiness fraud.
Yeah, I think we could say relative to the Nintendo naming, I guess the Nintendo nomenclature, Nintendo Switches have moved in the right direction. But as usual, it's just something out of left field that doesn't match anything in the industry. So, not too helpful.
They're doing better. That's something. And we're proud of you, Nintendo. We tried.
It's so
Nintdo's the old dead guy in the wheelbarrow of Monty Python saying, "I'm getting better."
Yeah.
Wow.
While they're trying to march him away.
Yeah, it's pretty bad that we're saying, yeah, Nintendo Switch is better. It's a better name.
Yeah.
It's sad that like they've gotten so bad at naming that we're applauding them for Switch.
Yeah.
Like what happened to like the good old days of like Super Nintendo? That was
right.
It made sense. It made sense. It's better than regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me get on the screen what this thing looks like real quick, just for the viewers, but I'm pretty sure most people saw this already. So here we go. We have like the Nintendo Switch, which is it's pretty much exactly what the rumors have been saying this entire time. It is a handheld platform with detachable bookend controllers, and you can put those detachable controllers go into a regular kind of controller type thing, I guess. As regular as it gets for Nintendo. And then you can put the screen into this like toaster oven type thing. Let me see if I can get an image of that. This one. No. There we go. This like toaster type thing. You stick it in like it's a Pop-Tart in the toaster. Yeah. And that's the docking station is for when you want to play on the TV. So you could either play when you're playing on TV, you can use the bookend controllers connected together as a regular controller, or you can use their what was it called, the Pro Controller?
The Joy-Con.
Is that what they called it? Joy-Con?
Yeah, I think they called them the Joy-Cons.
Oh, okay.
Like, because I was like, this just seems weird.
Yeah.
I thought they called this one
if we know too much.
I thought they called this one the Pro Controller. I can't remember.
Okay, there might be the two different controller names then.
Yeah, I'm going over some of the stuff. It's called a Switch Pro.
Okay.
Oh, the Pro. Right. Okay. So that one is the one that looks like, an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they are already throwing accessories in our face.
Hey, it's Nintendo, baby.
Yeah, they love accessories, and like they still haven't got it that we love their games. We don't want a million accessories that don't get used.
That's not. Yeah, this is not gonna happen. I'm just like, what controller would look good with my shoes? And then they're just like,
oh god,
14.
all the Wii nunchuck sleeves that you could buy.
Right?
Like 15 different colors. Oh man. So
like I'm already seeing on Reddit people post like edits of the Nintendo Switch with it in different colors, and they're like, "Oh my God, take my money!" And this is not the direction Nintendo needs to go, making like a million different colors,
Yeah.
a million different accessories.
Right.
They need to focus on, a solid platform that allows us to play lots of games, not a platform that is all about the accessorizing.
It's good that you mentioned that, though, because I think they might finally be there. They might finally be at the platform that kind of makes a difference. I am a little bit concerned about how it functions relative to the Wii U, because one thing that I really love about the Wii U, my roommates have it, I didn't buy it, is the pad, I think it's called, which is almost exactly like the Nintendo Switch. It's almost as if the Wii U pad was a prototype from the Nintendo Switch, the handheld form. Um, for some games like Legend of Zelda, the HD Twilight Princess remake, it's so awesome for it because you can look at your inventory and switch out special items really, really easily relative
Uh-huh.
to the Wii U or so the Wii version.
Yeah.
And what I'm concerned is that you won't have that functionality with the Nintendo Switch. You can't cast your game directly to the TV and use your Nintendo Switch like a Wii U gamepad, but
No, it
you would
seems.
have to put it in the dock to cast it to your TV.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what it
hoping
seems
that's not the
like.
case.
It seems like that is the case where you have to
I
put
think
it in the
that's a
dock.
mistake because it adds so much to so many of their games to have two things working in unison that I hope they don't regress a little while they're progressing. Um,
Well,
but
I
we'll just
always
have to
felt
wait and
like
see.
the dual screen thing has always been a gimmick, and also, um, like for third party developers, it was one extra thing for them to worry about when they're making a
Mm,
port.
mm.
Like from what I understand, a lot of the later Wii U games like don't even use that screen for anything other than like some sort of a menu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, because it's like
it has
what
so
we're
much
gonna do with the second
potential.
screen. Yeah, it's potential, but at the same time, the standard is you're making a game for one screen. So
Yeah,
now all of a sudden you're making a port for a game. It's like, what am I going to do with the second screen? You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
totally understand. I totally.
Yeah.
The
It was
other
just
thing,
cool
sorry, go ahead.
concept. No, it was just a cool concept that didn't really go anywhere, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about this one.
It's been going around for like almost 10 years now. Cool concepts from Nintendo, but don't necessarily go anywhere. 2007, the Wii launched, if I
Hmm.
Yeah,
remember correctly.
it did. I think
Almost a decade.
of just
Oh
them
my.
being that stoner kid that's just like, I'm gonna do all this stuff.
I got it.
Like thirsty.
Two controllers, like with a cord between. Whoa.
One controller.
And you move.
Because everything's connected, man.
Yeah. It's all part of the system. That's what the Nintendo Switch is. It's like everybody's gonna be part of the system now, man.
That's not my dad. I'm not part of the system.
I'm an adult.
Yup.
It does feel like the adult. It feels like the older brother Nintendo. It's kind of
Yeah.
like sleek and stylish, but it's you sit down, you play a console game, which is the other point I wanted to be like really specific about. Is this going to is this going to have ports for like 3DS games, or are they just going to have a whole separate 3DS line alongside Nintendo Switch? Because I'd love to play Pokemon on this. I just want one console for all my needs, and
So,
it looks like they're trying to fulfill that.
I thought I
so
read an article that said it's not backwards compatible with 3DS at the moment, so it's probably gonna have to like port it. You can like double check me on that.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I'd imagine it's not backwards compatible with
fingers
3DS because of the
crossed.
fact that it's only one screen.
I
Yep.
wish it was because I mean they're using cartridges, so you'd think it would.
I got really excited when I saw the SD card.
Also, it looks like it's backwards compatible with Wii U, but I'm assuming it's going to be like digital games.
That
Yeah,
makes
I would think
sense.
it would have to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be discs.
I want to try and
So-
shove this disc in this game card area. Just
Yeah. So unless
Smash it in
it's
there.
somewhere in the back of this, I don't even no. I don't think it's gonna fit anywhere. But either way, like I think you're not gonna be able to use your current Wii U library. You have to like re-buy the games.
Yeah, another bummer is that, I mean, to my recollection, Wii Marketplace was the first real marketplace on consoles. It just didn't hit the right notes, and it wasn't the right audience on the Wii at the time. So once like PSN and Xbox Live started really building marketplaces for digital only games,
Mhm.
they definitely took off, and then we lagged behind again, or Nintendo specifically.
Yeah.
So one thing I do know about the hardware is that the docking station is just a docking station. It all it does is charge. It does not add any processing power or RAM
Oh,
to
okay.
it at all. So everything they've packed in there is all it's got. It's just
Mhm.
it's a Wii U pad of power.
Like they're
Mhm.
saying because of the NVIDIA, it shouldn't really like have a degradation in quality. But I feel like if you're trying to put like Skyrim or something on just a tiny cartridge,
Yeah.
it can't play as well as like if I play it on PS4 or Xbox. Like maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the games that they showed on the trailer. Like they
Yeah.
did show Skyrim, which is what by now a 5-year-old game.
Yep.
You know, it's not they didn't even show a Fallout 4. They
Yeah.
just showed Skyrim, and Skyrim's not even confirmed to be coming out for it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's really
Right?
with all the No Man's Sky pandemonium going on right now. Pretty much anything that isn't confirmed,
Hmm.
yeah, pretty much tells us that it's not going to happen.
Hmm.
There's just no reason to get excited to play Skyrim on this right now because it's not confirmed.
And it's
Yeah.
just like how will they fit Mario into Skyrim? That's my question. Like, you get like a Mario skin because it's Nintendo, so
Yeah.
suddenly you're playing as Link.
Yeah, that's a thing. They'll probably have like some sort of a. If they do have Skyrim, what is it like the HD edition, whatever it's called,
Right?
the Fuzuruda edition. They'll probably have like some sort of Link or Zelda related armor or like the Master Sword or something in there, and it
Yeah,
probably won't even be that strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean they had like this splash screen with like all sorts of third-party developers on it saying, oh, we got this support of all these developers, and you know includes Activision, EA, Sega, Take-Two Interactive, Capcom, Bethesda, Bandai Namco, Atlas, WB, Ubisoft. You know, so it has like pretty much all the big names. And it even has Konami in there, so expect Metal Gear Solid 5, the
Yeah.
definitive experience.
So I saw From Software. Trying to think of what else I saw in that big setup they had.
Square Enix is on there as well.
Right. That's what I was looking for.
Epic Games. There's going to be Unreal 4 support. Unity support.
I just find it odd that it's like, oh, Bethesda is definitely a third party like person. And we're gonna show Skyrim in the reveal trailer. Then when they ask Bethesda's like, oh, that's not really confirmed. We're not sure. I'm like, why did you show
Yeah.
Skyrim then? Like, that's so strange. Like, I feel shady immediately. It's just like, why not
Yeah.
confirm it then since it was in
I
the
think
reveal?
Nintendo is like, who wants to be third party? And everybody obviously says like, oh yeah, sure. Like you're not going to say no to a potentially emerging market for your game. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh cool, we have all these guys in here. These are definitely our partners, and they just threw Skyrim up because it would generate hype.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those things where it's like that. It is that person that's just basically like, oh, these are all my friends. And then you go and ask them, and they're like, no, I'm not really
I
that
just
close.
met this guy.
Yeah, I met him like yesterday. I said it was okay. We could grab coffee like once. But
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So they did show that like some footage of a new Mario game, and they didn't really, but it's not announced. They didn't say the title of it or anything, but like in the trailer, there is like some sort of a quick footage of Mario jumping through. Looks like a Wild West town or something like that.
Yeah. I
And
think that's almost certainly their Switch generation of Super Mario 64.
yep, it's gonna be rather than so it's no longer Galaxy or any of that. No longer 3D World. It's gonna be like just Super Mario Red Dead
Yeah,
because he's in the Wild West.
Oh yeah. I think there would be way too much blood in that case for a Mario game. But you know what?
Perfect.
They seem ambitious.
Perfect.
I'll give it to
Well,
them.
they got that Bullet Bill in the trailer, so
Oh.
bam.
Yeah,
Shots fired.
this console might just turn into another, Mario franchise plus Legend of Zelda. That's all people will play on it. So, hopefully, I'm really hopeful that's not the case because I want to invest to get a 3DS to play Pokemon, but I won't because I know I have to either buy like a Wii U or in this case a Nintendo Switch on top of that. So I really want Pokemon to be on the Nintendo Switch.
My
All I want.
my favorite comment I've seen on Facebook about this is, I can't wait for a friend to buy the Nintendo Switch.
Right? Because it's like you test with someone else. That's what I did with the Wii U.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna let you get it, and then I'm gonna like think about it.
Like the general consensus I'm getting from people that I'm talking to is that they're excited to get their hands on it. They're not excited to buy it. And I feel similar to that. Like, I would like to try it out, but I don't want to buy it. I mean, not unless they prove to me that it's worth getting.
I mean, if
definitely.
it's like $2.99 on launch, I'll get it.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
I'll probably be really sad if it doesn't live up to some of its expectations.
I mean, plus there's also some Wii U games that I want to play that I haven't played, and since it looks like it's going to be backwards compatible, maybe.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be the price of a regular console since they're hyping it up as like a regular console. I feel like it's gonna be probably like $400 at least.
Yeah.
Oh, like we've got a mermaid view now, guys.
Yeah.
Staffa is laying down.
The cramps are real.
I mean, with the Xbox dropping to $2.99 even for their new, I can't keep up with what the Xbox titles are. Whatever their Elite is for this generation, the Xbox One Elite, them doing it at $2.99 kind of gave me a lot of hope that might be the price point now. I don't know if like general hardware for these kind of devices, like the price has just gone down over the past like 4 or 5 years, but I've never seen a console launch that low before. So accessible.
Yeah, exactly. Remember back in the day when a console was like $150 or $199, but the software was like $70.
First console I bought was the original Xbox, and I sold or traded my Nintendo 64, all of its games, Super Nintendo, all of its games, NES, all of its games, and I'm pretty sure I had a GameCube. It cost all that for me to get an Xbox, which might as well have been a fortune.
I remember when I got a PlayStation 1, it was like, I think it was like $150.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were expensive. Like at the time, it was extremely expensive.
Yeah,
like,
it was a toy at the time, though.
Yeah.
Now they've loaded so much software development into a console that I don't think they can justify selling it below $300. What is happening to our host? All right, welcome now to Continues, episode 258. Staffa drowned.
The floating head.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm here. Hello. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I guess the price is just something that we're gonna have to wait and see. A lot of these things we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I'm not feeling optimistic.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's gonna be expensive and there will be problems, but I'm
Yeah.
hopeful.
Their
So
launches have been relatively clean, relatively stable. I mean, relative
Yeah,
to like Xbox One launch, where they had like Master Chief Collection out like a month later than they said, and then that was complete trash as well.
yeah,
So you
so
can do it.
Phil Spencer, who is uh, the one in charge of Xbox at Microsoft.
Oh, I love this. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was someone tweeted at him asking what his thoughts are on the Nintendo Switch, and his response is, "I'm always impressed with their ability to state a bold vision and build a product that delivers on that vision." That is like the nicest wording for saying this looks goofy.
He is roasting them so hard. He's just taking them back and barbecuing. He's like, this stuff looks like trash. I don't know who would think this up, but they delivered.
Phil Spencer, he's always been like on the record. He's always been really positive towards the competition. Like especially
Always,
with
yeah.
PlayStation, he always like compliments them. Like, oh, I'm having so much fun with Uncharted 4. Things like that. He tweets things like that. But this is just so funny. Like the way how he words like the most polite way of saying.
How can I get out of saying
yeah. Just
something
like,
bad about
you
the
know,
Nintendo Switch?
they looked nice today. Like they did their best.
That was a step up. They're really improving.
Which I mean, it's essentially we just Phil Spencered them earlier, where it's like they're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're getting their life together. It's like a recovering alcoholic in your family. You're just like, you're getting there, and I'm proud of you.
You made it out.
Nintendo Switch.
But hey, at the very least, it doesn't have. You mentioned the Wii U. How difficult it is for third-party developers to get into that stuff. It doesn't have any of that. As far as we know, it's just got one screen. I think third-party developers more than ever will just say, yeah, sure, we'll get on the same console as Smash, and we'll see what we can make out of it.
Yeah, it could be cool.
I'm assuming the power of this is going to be at least as powerful as the Wii U. I mean, we don't have any idea if it's going to be more powerful or not, but considering that it is a handheld product, it can't be that powerful. Oh, did we?
We did get specs. You can continue talking. I'll try to find it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it is running off of the NVIDIA, the Tegra card, which is used for like Android devices. I mean, it's a powerful card, and it makes really good-looking Android games, but at the same time, it's definitely no, PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you found the specs yet?
Not quite. Let me see.
All right.
I also wonder, like, with that tiny screen, when you're doing portable, like, co-op gaming, how clear that will actually be. Because obviously, I don't think it's going to be as crisp as, like, the reveal trailer, where it's like, I can see and read everything on it.
Yeah, like, that's one thing that they advertised on the trailer, is that you can take off those bookend controllers and, like, use up to 4 of them.
Yeah.
4 different people have like one of them, and they do like some kind of a co-op game, playing it together.
And I'm like, if you have 4 people playing one game on a tiny screen, like that's just gonna be like a Twister scenario.
Yeah,
you're
gonna be getting intimate.
Yeah, get your party started.
Yep, get to know some people, make some friends.
I mean, well, Nintendo does cater to children, so they're probably trying to get some people to start breeding so that more people will buy their stuff. Like, get there.
Yeah.
New generation of people to buy stuff. Go.
I mean, like, on one hand, it like kind of like makes I don't know, like a board game type environment with that. You can like get 3 friends and be like, hey, let's play some board games. Oh, I also got a Nintendo Switch. Let's do something on here as well. But at the same time, it's like, how practical is
That'd
it going to be?
interesting.
Probably won't be practical at all. So, yeah. You found it?
So the stuff I had read so far was confirmed just as a rumor, and that they have officially said that they will not release any games or specs for the rest of the year. So January at best is when we're going to know any game lists or any confirmed specifications of the device.
Okay. And Jess, I know you're like laughing at me, and
No, I'm not actually. I was just thinking like I kind of have to move. You're gonna be. I'm just gonna go hard. I'm gonna mute, and then I'm just doing it. Let's just do all the things that look weird all at once.
I just want to explain for the watchers real quick. The reason why I'm doing this because I have a leg cramp. That's why. And the cramp goes away when I go bike riding and get my body warmed up. But right now, I woke up like an hour or so ago and it's cramping.
I'm still saying jazzercise, man. Like
Yep.
jazzercise while doing how it continues.
Yep. Let's
Turn
do
it on,
this.
I'll switch.
All right. So, anything else we want to talk about for the Nintendo Switch before we move on?
No.
One
I think I'm
thing
good.
that we got a lot of speculation with the Nintendo Switch. Where we're not sure what to expect out of it. It can be amazing. It might be terrible. We're not too sure. But one thing that is a solid product that we know for sure works and is amazing. Any ideas?
I've heard of one, and I know you've heard of it as well, Jess. This is the go-to. Staffa, hit us.
Yeah,
hit us with that.
the go-to is DreamHost.
It's DreamHost? Oh, I didn't see that
DreamHost.
one coming. Never mind. I was
DreamHost.
thinking you were going to do something
Our
else.
boys.
Because they are a web service, they offer unlimited storage, unlimited bandwidth, user-friendly interface. They're also optimized to use content managers such as WordPress and many more features. All that just for $7.95 US a month. But it gets better. If you use the promo code OUTOFCONTINUES, it'll waive away the setup fee and get you a free domain registration for the first year. Bam.
For the first year.
Yes.
I need to take jakesankari.com.
Yeah. I need to renew stuff on Husney.com before it expires. Because
I should hop on that train as well.
mine expires next month, so I better jump on that before someone else wants it, because everyone wants stuff on Husney.com.
Yeah. I've been actually on the waiting list for a little while myself.
Yeah, that's because I got it first. I already as soon as I was out of school, I snagged that up.
All right. So, yeah, we got that. And quick announcements. We can use iTunes reviews. If you use iTunes, please leave a review. It's one of the single most helpful things you can do for the podcast. Helps us grow and get more of an audience by leaving more iTunes reviews. But if you can't leave an iTunes review for whatever reason, and you still want to help us out, you can do so by sharing the podcast on your social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, whatever you want to use. Tell a friend. If you don't like us, tell an enemy. We post every episode on Facebook and Twitter. So if you want to retweet that, like or share any of that, then that really helps us out. So let's move on and talk about some of the new video games and stuff.
Yeah, let's hit these
coming out.
trailers.
Yeah, let's hit this up. So let's let me screen share real quick again. Here we go. We have what we were speculating last week that this is going to be announced. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
And it is announced. Red Dead Redemption 2, aka the what was it the whatever seven, the Fantastic Seven.
Yeah,
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah,
I am disappointed by the name here as well. I mean, Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, and then Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah, I was kind of hoping for them to go for like Red Dead Retribution, Red
That's
Dead.
the one I wanted too.
Yeah, Red Dead. I don't know.
But they bought into the sequel hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's one of those things where the trailer really doesn't show anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, here's a lot of landscape, like here's a lot of Instagram pictures that I took
Yeah.
in the game, and then I put them together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's
okay.
the Wild West Instagram. It does. It gives us a little bit more environment. I'm glad it's not all like bleak and tumbleweed. Like we, for a second, I'm like, oh, this is set in like Seattle or something? There was just like a lot of green, a lot of trees. You could see a mountain. I was really excited for it, but we're still in the Wild West for sure. But so far, really nothing in that trailer shows us what you can do or what's exactly going on. With the history of Rockstar Games, though, you pretty much know everything you can see you can actually go to. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably going to be massive.
Yep. That tree over there, you can go to it.
That tree behind it, you can go to that one too.
Yep. That mountain over there, you can get there by fast travel.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's one of those few single player games out there that just like transcend the concept of an RPG and just become like a hugely immersive story to be in, and world just to hang out.
I still need to play the first one. Like, I mean, not. I need to play Red Dead Redemption
Yeah,
because I have it, but by the time I bought it, I was done playing it on my PS3, and I don't know. It's just I don't like playing games on my PS3 because it's a PS3.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Consoles can be burdensome sometimes. They just
I mean, I still have it hooked up because I use it as a Netflix machine, but I don't know. I'll have to get to it.
Rough having to like go back and forth between like 4 different things. Like I have to like re-plug in mine because I don't have enough space. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have time to play Red Dead Redemption, I would say just don't, and then go into Red Dead Redemption 2, just knowing that you're going to be in a really big immersive universe, and you'll get blown away.
All right. Definitely.
Very high hopes for this. I think it'll meet expectations.
Any more thoughts before we move on?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Speaking of open world games, Sleeping Dogs developer United Front Games, they shut down. A sad day. And it says their latest games are no longer for sale, or latest game, Smash and Grab.
I didn't even hear about Smash and Grab. Like, I didn't even know what this was. I was just like, what is this game? And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember it showed up on Steam one day, and there was a trailer, and it's like based off of their Sleeping Dogs Triad Wars or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't look like anything appealing to me. I don't know. But yeah, that's no longer on Steam because it's a multiplayer only game, and they're not going to be supporting it anymore. So, of course, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
It's free this past weekend, apparently. So I guess they're trying to get people to play it before they shut down. And unfortunately, they've shut down. That's really sad because like United Front is actually a pretty good developer. Like they've worked on more stuff than just. I mean, Sleeping Dogs was an awesome game, but they've worked on other stuff as well. Let's look at their games real quick. Mod Nation Racers was kind of cool. Little Big Planet Karting, which was like kind of like a sequel to that. I mean, they had their issues, but they're still pretty cool. I guess they did some work with Disney Infinity 3.0. But yeah, either way, like they I mean, Sleeping Dogs was an awesome game. I loved it.
Yeah.
It,
I
it
heard a
wa-
lot about it.
I had
it
not
didn't,
played it, so
it didn't have like the huge immersive world as like GTA. Like the world seemed a little bit more narrow. Like you could drive down the streets, but there you can't really go between many of the buildings.
Mm.
It just
okay.
felt more restricted, but it was definitely a really cool game. Had a great combat system that was based off of it was similar to Batman,
Oh, okay.
and it took some stuff from um what's that Vin Diesel game, Wheelman. It took some gameplay mechanics from Wheelman that no other game took, which until Sleeping Dogs took it, I was wondering why don't other games take these gameplay mechanics, like jumping from your car to a different car. Like that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That is neat.
Yeah.
But the way they did it in Sleeping Dogs was a bit more realistic. You can't jump as far. Vin Diesel and Wheelman, he flew.
But it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Like, he can do anything he sets his mind to.
Of course. I mean, you can't blame Vin Diesel for flying from one car to another, because that's kind of like his day-to-day life.
Yeah, gravity fears Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
But
this is kind of sad, but I think Ensemble Studios closing is the saddest I've ever been about a studio going down.
what was Ensemble Studios again?
Age of Empires, baby.
Okay.
And the first Halo Wars, which is the second one's going to come out in March as well.
All right. But yeah, it's always sad when you see a studio shut down.
Yep.
So moving on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this new Assassin's Creed movie trailer. Did you guys watch this trailer?
I absolutely did.
Yeah, of course. And I think of the same opinion. Like, nothing about my opinion of this movie is changing.
Yeah, it's Michael Fassbender. I originally thought he was going to be Altair. So like when I watched the trailer, I didn't watch any of the hype news kind of stuff for it. So when the trailer came, I was like, this is confusing. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why is his name not Desmond? Oh, it's set in the Inquisition period.
Yeah, Spanish Inquisition.
That's awesome. That's like one of the few parts of history that rarely gets their own epics, and this is probably going to be mostly like revisionist randomness that they just started to throw in Hollywood up. But at least people see a bit of history.
Well, they did mention that the majority of the movie will be during modern day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the thing. It's like going to be mostly modern day.
It looked like an escape movie, as far as I could tell. It's like an escape jail movie.
Also, like the whole Animus thing that they decided to change up to make it more exciting in the movie. It's so goofy.
We've got this GLaDOS snake that comes down and picks you up, and then you play fight in the air while everybody's watching you.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this, I don't know. And then you got Michael Fassbender in this like Spirit Halloween Assassin's Creed costume. I paid $50 for this. I don't know.
I was not super impressed with their hoods. They looked floppy and flimsy, so I'm not sure if that just came off to me in the trailer, or if those costumes are as low budget as they seemed.
They
certainly looked intricate, but they looked almost comical.
Yeah, they look very much like costumes, not authentic outfits. I'm still unimpressed by this.
The trailer was certainly exciting, I'll say that. I'll probably go watch it.
It delivers non-stop action.
Non-stop action. Wow. And then so let's explain the trailer here. So in the actual game Assassin's Creed, you play as a man in modern times whose ancestor was an assassin. And what they do is they access the memories of your ancestor through your DNA, which I don't know if is a thing, but I don't think it is. But we'll just go with it because that's the in-universe
Oh, it's
plot.
definitely a real thing, dude.
Yeah, and through this DNA sequencing, they can like physically watch the events of your ancestors take place, so they can find out when stuff happened or where stuff happened and go. Usually treasure hunting. The bad
Yeah.
guys are just huge history fans, and they just want to go find cool old stuff.
Yeah, because dude, your DNA is like a hard drive; it records everything.
Yeah. So they're doing that in the movie. However, in the back half of the trailer, they definitely showed the actual modern day people acting within the martial prowess of their ancestors. So you had Michael Fassbender using the same attacks as his modern self, having learned them through the Animus, playing his ancestor, who looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
The exact same person, actually.
That's exactly how Ancestry works.
Yeah.
You go back like a bunch of years, and then
there'll be just
you're
somebody
twin.
that's like spitting image.
So this Animus thing, like they altered it from the game, which was like they just lay down in a bed and they pretty much just go through the memories in their head. And but then like after Desmond wakes up, he like suddenly has the ability to do all these moves, even though he's never done them before. And I guess the way how they want to explain how Michael Fassbender can do these moves is that he's going to be like performing them on this like GLaDOS snake thing
Yeah.
rather than laying down.
They didn't want to Matrix it, so they
And
just
also, I guess they want to do that to like make it more exciting to watch, I suppose. But what doesn't make sense to me is like how is he gonna do like, okay, let's say he's running 100 meters. He's not gonna be running straight in that small room for 100 meters. Is it gonna like make him run for like 10 meters and then he's while he's still running, it's gonna pick him up and move him back 10 more meters?
It's just gonna hold him in the air, and he's just gonna get to air run because that's
Yeah.
He's gonna air run on a treadmill or
Yeah,
something.
I'm sure it's not even bothering to cover any of those aspects, but
Because it's making him do everything else,
fun.
like the jumping from
I thought it was weird that they physically attached the hidden blades to his hands. Like if you look in the trailer, his modern self has the hidden blades on his wrists while he's in the Animus.
Yeah.
They figure, let's just kidnap a bunch of people, arm them, and then show them how to use these things.
Yeah.
And they'll think
It looks like an
happen.
escape movie. I think the second half of the movie is him plotting with some of the other.
Oh no, that's not gonna be the second half. That's gonna be part 2.
Oh, right. We gotta have a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2.
You gotta set up for a trilogy, and in case it makes enough money, it's gonna be a sixology.
Yeah. I think their release date. When's Rogue One's release date? Like they might be really killing themselves here.
Is it in December around the same time?
It should be
week.
December 16th. It comes out. Oh my goodness, this movie is gonna fall to pieces.
Yeah, like they're up against a movie that's gonna have people going back for several weeks. Like,
yeah, Rogue
Good
One
luck!
comes out on the 16th. This, I think it's really telling that this trailer just dropped. T-minus 2 months. A little less than 2 months before the actual movie comes out. They probably have given up on it, knowing that it had to release in December.
Yeah.
It might make back its budget just off of its name.
yeah, maybe.
My final thoughts: I'm still unexcited by this.
Same.
The trailer was fun to watch. I always enjoy cinematics. I don't care if they cost $200 million to make.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're departing from video games. We're still in the movies sector, but we're going towards comics. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 teaser trailer.
It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really gonna. Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the few Marvel movies of the past 2 to 3 years that I really enjoyed. So I'm all about it. Yeah, I'll go see it in theaters. The first one I didn't see in theaters. I want to make sure that it was any good, and it was definitely good.
Yeah, I
So-
didn't see it in theaters either because I didn't know what Guardians of the Galaxy is. What is a Guardian of the
Nobody
Galaxy?
knew.
Yeah,
one
no
knew.
one really knew. But yeah, no, I watch all the Marvel movies in the theater, and I will be there. I will be there on day one
Yes.
with my Groot shirt,
Yep.
doing my thing. I'm so excited about it.
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing. That's it. James Gunn says that it's basically even better than the first one, and it will make you cry. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, take my money.
I believe. And when's the release date? Next summer
Yes,
is the one they said.
May 5th.
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait.
So we'll
Awesome.
have all the other stuff beforehand. We'll have a lot of Marvel to keep us busy because Doctor Strange is coming out next. So
Yeah, next month.
Isn't Infinity War Part 1 next year, or is that 2018?
Yes, though.
I think 2018 because like
Oh wait, no,
Thor-
yeah, it is because they've got to do the Defenders and everything beforehand.
Thor is coming out next year.
It's 2018. Okay, so
Yeah.
2 summers before that.
When's Doctor Strange come out? It's like next
Month.
month sometime. Oh, in a couple weeks.
Whoa.
Awesome.
All right.
That's
I know
also
what I'm doing before Extra Life.
Yeah, that gives me something to do.
that's also the release date of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Huh.
So let's move on and talk about this Logan trailer. Like he's no longer Wolverine, no longer for the kids. This is for the adults.
I am
Logan.
very surprised that the studio let them get away with this title.
Like it's
It's like-
not Wolverine 3.
Well, even
Logan.
Disney said, no, you can't call this stuff Rogue One. It's got to be a Star Wars story,
Mhm.
Rogue One. They just said Logan.
Yes.
That's impressive. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Shows a
in,
little integrity.
in this trailer, it takes place like in the future. Logan's powers have been wearing out. He's not healing as much. He's starting to age. Seems like the villains have kind of like taken over the land, and most of the heroes have died. And you have Professor Xavier, who is like super old, ancient, like having like Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah.
That's scary right there. You have the most powerful psychic or telepath in the world getting dementia. that seems like a dangerous plot as it is.
Yeah, it has such a somber tone that the music, Johnny Cash, just like nails it.
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just so. It's just gonna be really sad. It's gonna be such a
Yeah.
sad.
Like-
It's like the death of Wolverine, but it's also like we're losing Hugh Jackman, and we know it.
Yeah, this is like based off the Old Man Logan storyline, which is everything I just described. Also, in the Old Man Logan storyline, they have like all these villains who, they're older, but they've like pretty much taken over like territories of the United States. You have like Kingpin, who has like a big portion, and other villains. Which I mean, they're not going to have them in this movie due
Yeah.
to a lot of the characters being from Marvel. And Marvel owns them for the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
But either way, like this is focusing more on a mature storyline rather than like being an action flick, a mindless action flick. And it seems like it's gonna have a lot of emotion in it. It has like a very sad and depressing tone to it. So that makes me very enthusiastic for this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm also enthusiastic. The only thing I'm not enthusiastic about is the co-writer wrote Green Lantern. That was not good.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm hoping that the combination of that guy and a new guy is gonna make it good. But I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm
The trailer
excited
gets
but
me
apprehensive.
hyped. Trailer
Yeah.
gets me hyped. There's this new creepy mutant girl. I don't know what their attachment is to her. I'd kick her right out the window. I got nothing to do with
That's
that. I'd be my own Logan.
X-23, who is a clone of Logan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't she be in one of the other movies at some point? Wasn't
I
there,
I
like,
thought
think-
it was like X-15 or some girl. It was in X2 X-Men United,
Yeah.
and she was like a Asian chick. I don't know if that was supposed to be X-23, but
I think that's supposed to be Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, it was? Okay. I'm confusing them
Yeah.
because they're so similar.
But I know, like, they hinted at her in one of the movies, I think. Like, there was, like, an X-23, like, written somewhere on the wall or something in the background. But, yeah, like, they're actually bringing her in. And, yeah, like, you can tell that this, due to the success of, Deadpool being a rated R movie, Fox allowed the studio to, put this more towards, another rated R direction. But unlike Batman v Superman, which is like, oh, our director's cut is gonna be rated R. It's pointless.
yeah.
This is, it was built from the ground up to be. Looks like it was built from the ground up to have, like, a more adult storyline. Something for adults to absorb, and more of an emotional ride than just, hey, we're just gonna chop dudes up. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
did stab a dude in the head, and that was awesome. But
Yeah, the Red Band trailer. I think that's a sign that the industry is really warming up to the idea of adult superhero stuff with Deadpool. And now they're like, if you noticed a lot of the other Wolverine films, he would only ever stab people through like the chest. There'd be very, very few instances where he's hitting like arms or hands or anything like that,
Yeah.
or none that I can recall. I think once he did it like a foot. That was it. Like one
Oh,
time
you
he
hate
stabbed somebody in the foot. But now
Yeah.
I think people are like, an R-rated movie we can get away with. Not only
Yeah.
can we get away with, but people will be encouraged to see it. It's not. There's no stigma around it now. Now it's a sign of integrity to these storylines. So
Mhm.
excited.
yeah, like the closest we got to that was the Wolverine video game that came out at the same time as the X-Men Origins movie. It was developed by Raven Software. I mean, it was supposed to take place in that same movie universe, and Wolverine cut people up in that game. And he also, like, his health meter is basically him getting torn up.
Huh.
Like, he would get torn up, and, like, you'd see his bones and everything, and then he'd all regenerate. And basically, Raven Software was like, well, we just want to make this an authentic Wolverine experience, and we were given the green light to work on this game before we knew what the movie was going to be about. So we just did whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I mean, Fox has been hit or miss with their X-Men movies.
Mostly miss, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's either like an
Wow.
extreme hit or an extreme miss, and this one looks like it's, from the trailer at least, it looks like it's gonna be a hit. So I'm excited.
Yes. Same.
All right, let's wrap things up. Hello, back on my bouncy ball. All right, so let's do some little bit of listener feedback. If you want to write into the podcast, you can do so by writing to podcast@continues.com. Just like Tim J did. So Tim wrote in in response to one of the podcasts we did a few weeks ago. I think it was with you, Jess.
Yeah, it was with me.
Yes. We talked about shared universes in games. This is what Tim wrote. I think a shared universe is any time two franchises are consciously coupled together but allowed to be distinct entities, like Alan Wake and Quantum Break. Additionally, you forgot a couple. In addition to the greater Capcom fighting game universe, the link between rival schools and the rest of Street Fighter is also that Sakura attends one of the schools featured in the rival schools series. There's also the shared universe of Beautiful Joe and Wonderful 101. One of the wonders is Sylvia from Beautiful Joe, and she she thinks about wishing Joe was in the area to help. You also forgot about Tekken and Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is in the same timeline as Tekken, but they share nothing in common except Yoshimitsu. Later, Tim J. So thank you, Tim, for writing in. I did not know about Beautiful Joe and Wonderful 101 since I never played Wonderful 101. I did forget about Tekken and Soul Calibur because I thought about it for a moment, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think they're in the same universe because I don't think Soul Calibur... I mean, it's been a long time since I played Soul Calibur, but I was like, I think Soul Calibur is in its own fantasy world. But then, yeah, the link between Yoshimitsu... Yoshimitsu isn't the same person, but it's more of like a title for like the leader of their clan, and they both have Yoshimitsus. So yes, I forgot about Tekken.
And I spaced on Alan Wake and Quantum Break. That's a good one.
I did not.
In Quantum Break, there's like a board and has all this. It's a lecture on Alan Wake's writing.
Oh,
and
really?
then they also have like the same TV shows that appear on the television. I'm like, that's cool. I'd forgotten about that one. Which is, considering how much I love Alan Wake and Quantum Break, is on me, Tim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have not played Quantum Break, so I did not know about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Good catch.
Thanks for writing in, Tim. I appreciate it. And Smash Bros. Is not a fighting game. Anyways, I want to give some shout-outs real quick. Let's plug in. Jess, let's plug your streaming. You're still doing that, right?
Yeah, I still do it every Monday and Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then kind of sporadically throughout the week I announce it on my Twitter, but it's twitch.tv/justplayin. Come hang out with us. It's a
all right.
time.
And Jake, do you have something to plug, like your game company or whatever?
Well, right now I'm working as a manager, community manager at eBash Video Game Centers. Just a little side job, but we do tabletop on Wednesday nights and D&D Adventures League on Saturday mornings, usually from like 12 to 4. And those
That's
Wednesday
in
nights start at
Indianapolis.
6. Yep, 82nd Street, Castleton location. Just join eBash Tabletop on Facebook. It's like a group, and we just post all the board games that we play. We usually play horror board games because of the month. And yeah, see me there.
Awesome. Are you still doing the what's it? The Medigrad games?
Yeah, all those ideas from Metagrad Games are still kicking around. But as you probably know, our buddy Kyle, my partner in crime, just recently got married.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much all his time and money has already been spent. So hopefully we'll be back in first gear soon. I guess third gear.
Kyle.
You want to be a higher gear to be going faster. I don't drive manual.
All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for plugging. Let's wrap this up. If you enjoy what you've been hearing, you support us by liking us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, leave an iTunes review, subscribe to the Google Play Music. You can also contact us by podcast. And that email, podcast@outofcontinues.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/outofcontinues. All those things I just said, they're on the website. That's www.outofcontinues.com. You can also give me a tweet. I am at Sayedstafa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA. Jess.
I am at the Just Playin. That's at the JESSPLAYIN.
And Jake.
What? Twitter handle?
Twitter
Yes.
handles.
I don't even use Twitter. Just add me on Facebook. Add me on Facebook.
Man, you can
Screw
be
you,
friends.
fancy people. I can't do it.
I mean, I love you guys, but no.
Yeah. Facebook's for friends. I mean, yes, you're all my friends. All you listeners and viewers are my friends, but
We're
Facebook's,
friends, but I'm not
yes.
doing any Facebook games with you. No Farmville. We're not that close. I'm not you like that.
I like to live life dangerously.
all
I'll
right.
give it a try.
Just like, and then next week, rest in peace, Jake Sankari. Ty.
Oh my God, the pepperonis to be ripped in.
And I'd like to thank my guest hosts for joining me today, Jake,
Ayo.
Jess.
Thank you so much.
Very fun talking about this stuff. Really exciting time, guys.
I appreciate that you guys came on and shared your opinions.
Thank you for
No
having
worries,
me.
dude.
And with that said, I'm your host, Safa. I'll see you. Yes, you. You listeners and viewers out there, I'll see you next week. Nope. Don't unsubscribe. I see you.
Nah, they
Yep,
did.
Yep.
I
There you
saw
go. Click the subscribe. There you go. Thank you.
I think they just
Alright.
undid it again.
Subscribe. There. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. See you next week. Episode 259. Boom.